Hey guys, it's Kabs. We are back at doing Tell Me Why Wednesday. Let, so this one's a little bit different because we're still trying to figure out the puzzle to get into Marianne's bedroom. So I've decided I'm gonna read each of the stories and see if the rest of the stories that I haven't read is what's making me miss something. So yeah, let's let's get going. Okay, I'm gonna reread. So if you want to skip, I will try to put chapters down below so you can skip to the next reading. So, all right. The frog earns the right to speak. Once upon a time, in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a big frog in a small pond. She was a peaceful creature who spent most of her time eating, swimming, and sleeping. From the morning to the evening, she did everything the smaller frogs did, except she did it bigger. She ate more, she jumped farther, she was smarter, and she made much more noise. Everybody in the forest could hear her loud croaking, and everybody was happy that they could. You see, it was easy to get lost in the forest, but thanks to the frog's loud noises, you could just as easily find your way back to her pond. Maybe it would not have been the same if the big frog had kept singing during the night, but she was much too lazy an animal to stay active after dark. One day, an unknown visitor came to the forest for the first time. It was a young woman who dressed in a beautiful gown. She was walking fast through the woods as if she was running away, and she never looked back. Many eyes spied the princess pass by, but no one dared to help her, for the mad hunter was on her trail. This is not our business, they said, and we had better look away, for the mad hunter was an unyielding man who loved nothing but hunting down prey for money and glory. Nothing could escape his piercing eye for long. So the princess walked alone, without help, until she was hopelessly lost in the big forest. Exhausted, she pressed on with no idea of where she was heading as the hunter drew even closer, dodged in his pursuit. She continued this way until she heard a heavy croaking, far off to her left, so clear and loud that the princess immediately made for the source of the noise. A few minutes later, she reached the big frog in the small pond, and the frog looked at her with a gentle smile. "Help me, please," said the princess. "I need a place to rest and to hide." "Ribbit!" answered the frog, and the princess frowned. "Please stop making noise. The mad hunter is after me." "Ribbit!" said the frog again, so loud that the princess had to cover her ears. The creature began to jump every which way. "What are you doing?" asked the princess. "Stop! Stop all that noise, or he will find us." But the frog kept croaking and jumping around her left and right, up and down, "Ribbit! Ribbit!" until the princess understood the meaning of all this fuss. Cautiously, the woman climbed on the back of the big animal, and then with a leap the frog set off away from the pond. The frog jumped so high and so far that even the hunter could not find where the princess had gone. With a few jumps, the princess was out of his piercing eye. A few jumps more, and she had vanished for good. The princess closed her eyes, and let her clever mount carry her wherever the creature pleased. Less than an hour later, the big frog had reached the other side of the ancient forest, near the shores of the very deep lake. There she landed without a noise in front of a big wooden house that had been abandoned. "Thank you," said the princess, covering the animal's snout with kisses. "I only wish you could speak, so I would have understood what you were trying to do sooner." As she pronounced those words, something incredible happened. The big frog was suddenly able to speak. Her first words startled the princess. "The mad hunter is always at my heels. Now you're safe, and I've had my revenge. You can stay in this house. It has been abandoned for a long time, and no one will look for you here." And then, without looking back, the frog jumped back to the pond. And this is how the big frog saved the princess, and how she earned the right to speak. Once upon a time in a deep and ancient forest, an early winter storm blanketed everything in snow. It was so early in the year that the creatures of the forest were not ready for an ordinary winter, much less a bad one, and everyone agreed the storm was a sign the Ice King had plans for a long cold winter. The princess had grown up in a kingdom where it was sunny all year long, and the goblins were very young, so no one in the big wooden house knew how to prepare for such a winter. The house was not well insulated, and they did not have enough fuel or food. Only the pious Pelican noticed their plight, and when it came time to fly south with the other birds, her heart was heavy with the sadness. "What can I do?" she thought. Migratory bird. I'm a migrating bird, and if I were to stay, who would look after my flock?" The time came to go, and the pelican struggled to take flight. It felt as though a leaden weight were struck right in the center of her chest. What can I do? She thought. I'm a migratory bird, and if I were to stay, who would look after my flock? She managed to take off, but only just barely, flapping fiercely to catch up with the other birds. As the pious pelican began her journey, the storm picked up, battering her to and fro. She had fallen well behind the flock, and she was already growing tired. But for all her challenges in the air, she could tell things were much worse on the ground. A deep freeze had settled over the forest, and the leaden weight in her chest grew heavier as she thought of the princess and the gowns. What can I do? She thought. I'm a migratory bird, and if I were to stay, who would look after my flock? The storm intensified, and the pelican was in a total whiteout. She knew she should have despaired, but all she could feel was the weight, which had grown and grown until she thought she might drop out of the sky. She had felt called to help the princess and the goblins, but she had ignored it. I should have stayed, she thought. It was the right thing to do, and now I'm lost. With no way to make it right, suddenly she was plucked from the sky and deposited in the hall of the Ice King. Pelican, he said, you were flying in circles around my mountain. I was lost, she said, weighted down by the weight of guilt in my heart. The Ice King stared at her sagely. Is it guilt or is it something else? Open your beak. He reached down inside of her, pulling out a glowing stone. The pious pelican was surprised at how it filled her with warmth, chasing away cold and her doubt. You know what you must do, said the Ice King. The pious pelican flew straight to the big wooden house. Snow had already blown through the many cracks, and ice crept across the floorboards. She found the princess and the goblins huddled in front of the quiet hearth, nearly frozen solid. No! She cried, and then she placed the stone in the princess's lap. The warmth of it spread through the whole of the house, melting all that had frozen. The princess threw her arms around Pelican's chest, and the goblins clung to her legs. Thank you, they cried. You're welcome, said the pelican, smiling in deep satisfaction. What is that? Asked the princess, staring at the wonderful stone. At first, said the pelican, I thought it was my guilt, but when the Ice King pulled it out of me, I realized it was something much more powerful. Just then, the storm broke, the skies cleared. The pelican filled the big wooden house's larder with food from her beak, and then she took to the skies, lightened by the knowledge that through her charity, everyone in the big wooden house would be warm and fed until spring. Warm and fed is the pelican. Someone wants to make sure I'm protected under threat. Food and hunt. The third one would be the pelican, right? Yeah.
You think you're any closer to an answer?
Oh my goodness, really? I need more time, apparently.
I still need more time.
All right, but I'm here if you want to brainstorm.
You're
Okay,
no
I
help!
read the story. What was I supposed to get from that?
Look at the wheels. The symbols are the same as the animals in the story.
Yeah. And the princess had to guess who'd given her the presents.
Yes, I bet we have to do the same thing.
The gifts. The torch of truth.
So the torch. It's supposed to reveal truth and separate good from evil.
Marianne could have used one of those.
The animal we're looking for kinda sounds like a judge. Or a cop.
We didn't have any cops in the stories. But maybe just a rule follower?
Yeah. I'll keep looking. So, one of the animals gave her a sword.
It must have been from someone who wanted to take care of her physically.
I'm totally stumped by the bag of coins.
Yeah, none of the animals were especially rich.
Maybe it's not about the money then. Maybe it's about wanting to help someone in need. Thank you for sharing your wisdom, Master Allison.
Okay, so this one's the bear for sure.
You think you're any closer to an answer?
I think I need some help.
Okay, let's think this through.
I'm 21, and I still can't crack a puzzle made for 11-year-olds.
We just need to think like Marianne. I'm personally glad that doesn't come naturally to us.
Okay, the gifts. Torch of Truth.
Any ideas about the torch?
They mention fairy lights in the story. It could be tied to that?
Any more thoughts about the sword?
There was something in there about one of them wanting to protect her from wolves.
So that's definitely the bear.
Whoever gave her the coin purse must have cared about her. But it sounds like they all did.
The princess said the person who gave her the purse was worried about her being able to eat. Maybe it's about the food?
The food? Really?
Yeah, a lot of our stories mention food. You know,
That is
since
very
we
true.
never had enough of it.
My hungry goblins. Okay, yeah. So, who wanted to feed her? Whoever gave her the coin purse must have cared about her. But it sounds like they all did.
The princess said the person who gave her the purse was worried about her being able to eat. Maybe it's about the food?
The food? Really?
Yeah, a lot of our stories mention food. You know, since we never had enough of it.
My hungry goblins.
Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? I didn't even read anything about the damn moose. What the heck? That makes sense, I guess.
And boom, we're in.
Oh no. Why do I get the feeling this is gonna be a sad part again? Sad-ish part.
For so many years, I expected this to feel more, you know, like a win.
Speak for yourself. I'm the one who solved the riddle.
Why do I feel like you're not gonna let me forget that? Where do you think we should start looking?
I forgot what we were even looking for.
I don't know. Where in this mess would she stash someone else's personal thoughts? I tried to read this one. I could never figure out the order of the chapters, though.
Didn't the author go insane or something? No wonder Marianne liked it.
Well, damn.
So she was standing here, spying through the window, drawing us while we played.
She always had her... sewing lessons were the absolute worst.
She made all our clothes. I'm sure she needed the help. And I, for one, am happy I can fix a torn seam.
Oh, there's a memory.
I just can't get through. Whatever's going on, they won't let me in. They used to tell me everything, but they shut me out, Tessa. They've shut me out. I've had so much on my plate lately, and they're convinced I'm the enemy, and I don't know why.
Because you're not listening.
I need them. I need my goblins.
I remember now. We heard her crying. We listened through the door.
Seeing her like this, as if she's still here,
It really sucks.
she was really coming apart those last few months, wasn't she?
Yes. What the heck is this? I don't even know what that was, but okay. The wise princess, huh? What's this one?
She always had to have a picture of us close by.
Why this picture, though? I mean, do you see the expression on our faces?
Memories. Always memories.
It's here. I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Do you think she read it?
Of course. She was nosy as hell.
Yeah, take those so he doesn't see.
Tyler.
What?
Or not.
Look.
What? Where did you find that?
It was on her desk with her papers.
Seriously? Are you fucking kidding me?
Look, we gotta be really careful not to overthink this.
But it doesn't make any sense. She was mad, right? She was mad I cut my hair. She attacked me because I cut my hair.
She was mad and she attacked you. We both saw it.
Then what is this shit?
I don't know. Tyler, come here.
She can't do this to me. Not now. When I've finally made sense of a few things.
Well, that was your first mistake. Thinking the world made any kind of sense.
Why is this so cute?
10 years in the grave, and she's still finding new ways to piss us off.
Yeah. I think I need some air.
That was so sad. I'm trying to hold back my tears right now. Oh my god.
Are you really, really sure? I am. Do it. Okay. Here we go. Whoa. Is it all gone? Yeah. It looks amazing. Really? Yeah. I can't wait to show Mom. She's been so sad lately. More than sad. She's been scary. Yeah, but not tonight, though. It was almost like a party. Thank you, Allison. You don't have to thank me. You're my sister. I feel more like your brother. Brother, sister, we look out for each other. But I'm pretty sure I just gave you a really bad haircut. Mom?
Oh, this
Mom!
is where we find.
God. Ugh. Okay, keep it down. Yes, it's okay. It's okay. I'm just gonna I'm just trying. Okay. Oh.
Mom?
Oh no. No, 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 no. This is wrong. This is all wrong. Wait! Stop!
This is sad and making me mad at the same time. Like, I mean, I know she tried to kill him because of him, you know, turning into him, but it's just like, at the same time, it's sad because I guess she was also trying to see what she could do for him too, but also...
Glad we found your diary.
Me too.
I guess she was trying to figure out where you were at.
Yeah, well, she should have asked. I wasn't some goddamn research project. I was her child.
About the book.
Raising your transgender child? Do you even know how rare these books were in 2005? Was she trying to figure out how to support me?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Which, she wasn't trying. She never...
It doesn't make sense. I know. You cutting your hair was what set her off, right?
Allison, she read my diary. She already knew. It wasn't my hair. And if we were wrong about that... Fuck.
You think she read it. It's possible she never even opened the diary, and that things are exactly like we always thought they were.
But if she did, and they aren't...
God, Tyler. Sure. I mean, we could have been wrong. But what good does it do to ask the question now?
You mean other than not having to live with the thought that my mom tried to kill me for being me?
Tyler, I know you want there to be something to find. Something that'll make it all make sense. But she was unhinged.
So that's it then. She was crazy. Nothing else to say.
I think we'd be better off if we tried to move on.
Why don't we talk to a few people who knew her? See if that book makes any sense to them.
People don't want to talk about Marianne. They pretend like that night never happened.
I'm gonna stop it there. This one's a bit longer than the other couple of episodes that I did, but I hope you enjoyed it. We finally figured out the puzzle to Marianne's room. So I hope you guys are still enjoying this series as much as I am. It is such beautiful art style. I wish it didn't freeze on me as much as it has been. I mean, it's not too bad, but it's still been lagging. But I hope you are enjoying it. Leave a like if you are, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Write the word Hades in a comment down below to get yourself entered into the $25 gift card drawing. Bye!